Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Christopher Bunker. My middle name is Blake. I'm in grade 10. I'm 15 years old, and I've lived here in Thailand for 11 years, and we've lived in Arizona before. I like to drive my motorcycle. I like to play rugby, and I like to train Muay Thai, and I plan on having a Muay Thai fight in the near future, maybe next year. What I don't like is when people shoot their mouth open, and when they do it deliberately, I just hate it. I have two brothers and four sisters. One brother is serving a mission for our church in Anaheim, California, and all my everyone else in my family just goes to our school here at ISB. And I have two dogs, a pug, and a chihuahua. I've read 3 books this semester. I know it's not good, but it's better what I did last semester. I have abandoned 4 books, and those books were first Into Thin Air by John Krakauer, second The Magician's Elephant by Kate DiCamillo, third Blood Ties by Sophie Mackenzie, and fourth Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I feel extremely bad for abandoning these books, since the only reason I started to read them was because my peers or my parents told me that they were good reads, so I wanted to read them. But I only read the first few pages and abandoned the book because I didn't find it interesting just in the first couple pages, so I didn't really give the books any chance to shine. And this whole semester I've read around 624 pages. These are the 3 books I read. The hardest book I read was Skeleton Key by Anthony Horowitz. The second book I read, the second hardest, was The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by Kate DiCamillo. The easiest book I read was Knucklehead by John Saiska. I haven't really built a reading life, but most of my reading life takes place in my IS class, since I say I'm bored and my teacher tells me to go and find a book at the library and start reading it. And that was the case for Skeleton Key. And also, another part of my reading life is at home. When I tell my mother I'm bored, she tells me to go read. And sometimes she offers some good books to me, such as The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. I haven't really changed as a reader, but I am sure that I have improved on since last semester. Since last semester, I read 2 books, so you can say that I'm changed a bit. I haven't really challenged myself as a reader this semester, just because I have no interest in reading in my free time. But I do know deep down that reading can be fun, and I've found that, but I haven't really challenged myself to read beyond that and finding new books for me to read that I enjoy. Well, after I think about what I think about reading is I realized that reading isn't that bad, since I found one book this semester that I really enjoyed to reading, and that was Skeleton Key by Anthony Horowitz. I just loved it because it was adventurous, and it was something that appealed to us teenager guys that are adventurous and think it's cool to be like MI6 secret agent and stuff. And I think it can be fun at times, but you just have to find the right book for you. I think that sometimes it doesn't really matter how easy the read is. It just matters on the content of the book, meaning like the deeper meaning of the story, and also, of course, if you enjoy the book. I found a book this semester called Knucklehead by John Saiska, and I enjoyed it because it was talking about the author's childhood, and I just could relate to it so much, since I just recently went through childhood, and I'm probably still am. Me and my brother used to do the same stuff that him and his brothers used to do, and I just thought it was really cool, and I just enjoyed it because I want to know what else they did for fun, just like I did for fun. Also, another book called The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane is another good example of an easy read that I did this semester. I read it since my parents said it had such a deeper meaning to it than it was just a child's book. It tells children that read it that you're gonna experience loss someday, and it shows it in such a amazing way of this China rabbit being lost in the ocean, being found by hobos, being cared by from orphans, and ending up back in the owner's hands. And I just think it's amazing because it shows them that reading can be fun, and it has such a deeper meaning. Semester of the new school year, I'm gonna try to challenge myself even more, because after this project, it's made me realize that I'm really lazy when it comes to reading, and I'm gonna make a couple goals for next year. One of them is first to be, when I get bored, I should read and not go on any social networking sites like Facebook, because they're really boring. And from this semester, I realized that reading can be fun if you just get the right book and if you get into it. And yeah, another goal that I'm gonna make is, when someone tells me of a book, I won't abandon it like I did this year. I've abandoned 4 books just because I read the first couple pages and I didn't enjoy it because it's boring. But my goal next year is gonna be not to abandon them and keep reading, because I know I can do it. Even if it gets boring in the beginning, I know it will be better if my friends tell me that it's an amazing book.